Can I ask you something? 5 simple words. Sounds harmless, right? Maybe even polite. But when a toxic person says it, those 5 words are the beginning of a trap. A carefully constructed psychological snare designed to make you doubt yourself, defend yourself, or give away your power without even realizing it. And here's what makes it so dangerous. You think you're just having a conversation. You think you're being reasonable, open, communicative. But they're not asking questions to understand you. They're asking questions to control you. Today, I'm going to expose the 5 sneaky questions toxic people use to trap you, and more importantly, how to spot them and shut them down before you fall for it. Because once you see the pattern, you can't unsee it, and that's when you become untouchable. The setup. Here's what you need to understand first. Toxic people don't communicate to connect. They communicate to manipulate. Every question they ask has a hidden agenda. Every innocent inquiry is actually a test, a trap, or a tactic to put you on the defensive. And the reason these questions work so well is because they sound reasonable. They sound like the kinds of things anyone might ask in normal conversation. That's the camouflage. That's how they get past your defenses. So let's pull back the curtain and expose exactly what they're doing and why. Question 1. Why are you so sensitive? This is the classic gaslighting question, and it's devastatingly effective. Here's how it works. They say something hurtful, offensive, or disrespectful. You react because you're a human being with feelings. And instead of acknowledging what they said or did, they flip the script entirely and make your reaction the problem. Why are you so sensitive? Why are you making such a big deal out of this? Can't you take a joke? Notice what just happened? They hurt you, and now you're the one being interrogated. You're defending your right to have feelings instead of them taking accountability for their actions. This question trains you to suppress your emotions, to doubt your own reactions, to believe that if something bothers you, the problem is you, not them. How to respond. Don't defend your feelings. Don't explain why you're hurt. Simply state the boundary. What you said was disrespectful. I'm not going to debate whether my feelings are valid. Question 2. Don't you trust me? This one is designed to make you feel guilty for having healthy skepticism. Maybe you've noticed inconsistencies in their story. Maybe your gut is telling you something's off. Maybe you want to verify something they told you, and instead of simply answering your question or providing clarity, they make it about trust. Don't you trust me? After everything we've been through, you still don't trust me. If you have to question me, maybe we shouldn't even be in this relationship. See the manipulation? They've taken a reasonable request for honesty or clarity and turned it into a referendum on your character. Now you're not allowed to ask questions without being the bad guy. This question is designed to shut down your critical thinking, to make you feel like asking for truth, transparency, or accountability is somehow a betrayal. How to respond. Trust is built on honesty and consistency. If you can't handle a simple question, that tells me everything I need to know. Question 3. What's wrong with you? This isn't a question. It's an attack disguised as concern. When someone asks, "What's wrong with you?" they're not actually trying to understand you. They're pathologizing you. They're framing you as broken, irrational, or defective. It shows up in different versions. Why are you like this? Why can't you just be normal? What happened to you to make you this way? The goal is to make you question your own sanity, your own worth, your own reality. To make you think that your standards, your boundaries, or your perspective are the result of something being fundamentally wrong with you. This question plants doubt. And once that seed of doubt is planted, they can manipulate you more easily because you no longer trust your own judgment. How to respond. There's nothing wrong with me for having boundaries. There's something wrong with you for not respecting them. Question 4. Why can't you just let it go? This is the ultimate accountability avoidance question. They did something wrong. They hurt you. They crossed a line. And instead of apologizing, making amends, or changing their behavior, they want you to let it go. Why are you still mad about that? Why do you always bring up the past? Can't you just move on? Here's what they're really saying. Stop holding me accountable. Stop expecting me to do better. Erase the pattern of harm I've caused so I can keep doing it without consequence. This question punishes you for having a memory, for recognizing patterns, for expecting consistency and change. It's designed to make you feel like you're the problem for not forgetting their behavior instead of them being the problem for repeating it. How to respond? I'll let it go when you stop doing it. I remember the past because it predicts the future. Question 5. Do you really think you're better than me? This is the projection question, and it's a trap designed to make you shrink yourself. Maybe you set a boundary. Maybe you called out their behavior. Maybe you simply refused to tolerate something they wanted you to accept. And instead of respecting that, they accuse you of being arrogant, judgmental, or thinking you're superior. Do you really think you're better than me? So you're perfect now? Who do you think you are? This question is meant to shame you for having standards, to make you feel guilty for refusing to lower yourself to their level, to punish you for growth, boundaries, or self-respect. It's especially effective if you're someone who values humility, because it weaponizes that value against you. How to respond? I don't think I'm better than you. I just know I deserve better than this. The pattern. Notice what all 5 questions have in common. They deflect. They reverse. They make you the problem. You're too sensitive. You don't trust enough. Something's wrong with you. You can't let things go. You think you're superior. None of these questions are actually about understanding you, connecting with you, or resolving an issue. They're about controlling the narrative and avoiding accountability. And here's the key. Once you see this pattern, you realize something powerful. You don't owe them answers to trap questions. The solution. So what do you do when someone hits you with one of these questions? First, recognize the trap. Don't engage with the question on its terms. Don't defend yourself. Don't explain yourself. Don't justify your feelings, your boundaries, or your standards. Second, redirect. Name what they're doing. That's a deflection. I'm not answering manipulative questions. Third, hold the boundary. You don't have to convince them. You don't have to make them understand. You just have to be clear about what you will and won't accept. And fourth, and this is crucial, be willing to walk away from people who only know how to communicate through manipulation. These 5 questions aren't random. They're tools, carefully designed psychological traps that toxic people use to maintain control, avoid accountability, and keep you off balance. But now you know the game. You see the questions for what they really are. And that means you're no longer an easy target. Don't fall for it. Don't defend. Don't explain. Don't engage with manipulative questions. Just set the boundary, hold it, and let them reveal exactly who they are by how they respond. Your clarity is your power. Use it.